guys, Wild Bloom Homestead. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you like what you see in my videos, would you hit the like button and subscribe and give me maybe some ideas and suggestions for things that you'd like to know on a city homestead. I am getting ready to make, and I apologize in advance actually first for the audio quality of my videos. I'm going to have to get with my son and my son-in-law and try to figure out if I can make that better. I was going to order one of them clip-on microphones, but my camera is not compatible with a lot of them, so I'm not sure what to do. I know I can adjust the audio on my videos, but I haven't had much luck. So I'm still new, still learning, but still have some beneficial things I'd like to share. So I'm going to be making some natural fertilizers. One of them is a coconut water-based fertilizer, where you can actually not have to go buy real coconut. Don't go to the store and buy coconut water. I will show you how to take organic, store-bought coconut, and we're going to make our own coconut water to have for the fertilizer. And here is one of the fish that my husband had that he got out for the freezer for me, and we're going to make a fish emulsion. So stay with me. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to make the coconut water fertilizer first. Coconut water adds magnesium and calcium to your soil. So this is why you want to use it. You can also use it in the seedling stage because coconut has the, and I don't know how I'm going to say this right, but the chioprotein hormone. And what that hormone does is that it speaks to the plant's root structure and it tells the cells to divide. And what this does is it increases, it sends the message for them cells to develop the shoots, and you're going to get a bushier plant. But as a soil amender, you put it out there 2 or 3 times a week, and it just helps. I'm not no scientist. I've done a little bit of research on this. You can find tons of recipes. One of them is to take coconut water and mix it with diluted water and put it on your plants 2 or 3 times a week. I don't have any coconut water, so we're going to make it so that if you're out of coconut, but in your baking cabinet, you have the shredded coconut, organic, plain, unsweetened coconut. Get it out. Let's make this recipe. So I am just taking my regular blender. I'm just doing 3/4 of a cup of coconut. And I just want to get the most out of this 3/4 of a cup, so I'm pressing this down a little bit. I don't know if that's necessary. For my little bits that are broken up around here. And I had already heated up my filtered water, and I just use this. I don't have one of those Birkins. I would love to have one. Maybe my kids will get me one for Christmas or my birthday one year. But I don't have one right now. And then it's going to be 4 cups. I'm sorry, not 4 cups. It's going to be 1 cup of the hot. I am so sorry. 3/4 of a cup of the shredded coconut and 2 cups of the diluted boiling water. This is great if you have a vegan lifestyle too, to make this so you have coconut milk. You don't have to buy the coconut milk then at the store. You can just buy the bags, which is way cheaper. Or, buy a whole coconut and try it yourself. That's even better. I'm just going to put it on the blender. I just have one of these handy dandy little sieve thing. You can use also a cheesecloth. Okay, and then I'm taking out the unblended coconut. Now, I'm not making this to drink or to eat, although I am going to save the shredded coconut, and I'm going out of town to see my oldest daughter this week, and I'm going to make him some healthy breakfast muffins, and I'm going to take this coconut and I'm going to throw it in there so I'm not throwing it away. If you wanted to have this for like coconut milk to drink, I would blend it down as good as I could get it, and then I would just put the lid on it, and I would keep it in the refrigerator and just let that coconut kind of get even stronger, and you'd have more of the milk. I guess you would have a stronger flavor of the milk. I mean, it's still coconut milk, but there you go, fresh coconut water. Now what you do with this is I'm going to leave it on the counter to cool, and then you take 4 tablespoons of this into I don't know, you could use one of these, 3.5 tablespoons of the coconut milk or the coconut water that you just made, and you add 4 cups of water. So this probably is not big enough, but you can get I use recycled jugs all the time. That's right here, I'm washing out right now to do the fish emulsion portion, but you could add it to this. But add it to a jar with 3.5 tablespoons of the coconut water with 4 cups of water, 2 to 3 times a week. Just spray it around in your plants, or you can pour it out a little bit. I save these, and I will pour it from my bucket. I put it in a bucket, but I put it in here, and then I just squirt it around the plants 2 or 3 times a week. That's coconut water. Now for the fish emulsion. So I thought, you guys, that the proof is in the pudding, right? So with the coconut water, I'm just going to go ahead and treat all my seedlings with the coconut water. Literally, I just want to show you what I'm doing. Just squirting it in there. That's it. Okay, this is the fish emulsion, and I'm going to pause for a minute and tell you that if you have little kids sharing in this video or watching it might be a little traumatic. It is a whole fish that my husband is going to cut up. We are going to stick down in this blender, and you'll see just if you have kids, it might be a little sensitive for them to watch. So be cautious. Here's the fish. That's my husband cutting it up for me. when you take this lid off, and I was just looking for it to be broke down. I have pulled out a recycled thing, and you're just going to take this and scoop this the fish blend down into this container, and then I'll show you what we add next. I changed my mind on how I'm going to show you how to do this. I was going to show you how to put it into this bucket, but for a first-time person doing this, that's going to get real frustrating real fast. But I don't know if you can see it, but that's the fish. And then I have a bucket of leaves. So I have a food grade bucket that I've put a bucket. It's about, it says 18 quarts. I've filled it up 8 quarts of leaves. Okay, there you guys go. There's my bucket of fish fertilizer. You're going to fill it to the top till it just covers all that stuff, and then you're going to kind of stir it up. You're going to cover this. You're going to set it outside for 3 weeks. This is a food grade bucket. I would not recommend using anything else because I'd be afraid of leaching, but that's just my concern. But it's 3 weeks, and then you're going to take it out. You're going to strain this. Then you can put it back into this kind of bucket. Then you can put it back into this style bucket. And there you go, fish emulsion fertilizer. The next one I'm going to show you is coffee. I'm sure you've gotten to where you've made coffee and you've let it sit on the burner too long. Kind of has that burnt smell. The coffee itself is still good. The grounds itself is still good. So let's make that for another type of fertilizer. Coffee that sat on the burner too long. Only halfway up though. I think we're going to just make it. You can choose to do filtered water here too. I just don't, so I'm not going to pretend like I do. For a couple of reasons. I would say that most of us, if you don't do a rain barrel, which I am getting rain barrels around the house this year, so I'll have to do a video on those. And my husband made me one outside. But if you aren't using the rain barrels for your water for your garden, you're using city water through a hose, chlorinated. Just that easy. Your plants look like, your vegetable plants out there look like the leaves are turning yellow and struggling with some nitrogen. There's just some stuff to put in it.